My name is Miss Shaylee, and I'm going to be teaching you about greater than, less than, and equal to. But before we talk about what those words mean, I'm just going to summarize it and say that we're learning about comparing numbers. Now, if you know what it means to compare numbers, then raise your hand. Okay, and if you don't, we're going to go over the definition right here. To compare means to see if one number is the same as, smaller than, or bigger than another number. And that's how you're comparing. You're taking two numbers and you're seeing if one is bigger, smaller, or equal to, and if the other is, vice versa. So what greater than means is when one number is larger than the other. So larger means bigger. So up at the top, there's a 10 and then a sideways open triangle facing it, and it's pointing at the 2. So the 10 is greater than the 2. We'll talk about that symbol in a minute. Less than means when one number is smaller than the other. So the 2 has the arrow pointing to it and the open side facing the 10. Equal to is easy when one number is the same as the other. So 10 equals 10. So what a symbol is something that is used to stand for or represent something. And there's all different kinds of symbols. There's the plus sign for addition, which means you're adding to something. There's the minus sign for subtraction, which means that you're taking away. And then there are these symbols. The small, this one where the triangle is open, that means that 10 is greater than 2. This one right here, where the arrow is pointing to the 2 and open to the 10, is saying 2 is less than 10. Then right here we have 10 equals 10. So, what symbols do you see? Somebody raise their hand and tell me. And one way to remember what these symbols mean, and I didn't do the best job, but we have 4 is less than 8. So this right here is supposed to represent an alligator mouth being open and chomping at the 8. And the way that I remembered it in school was that the alligator's hungry, so he's going to eat whatever is the bigger number. So whenever you face the open side towards the larger number and draw the teeth in it, and that'll be a good check. So that way you know that 4 is less than 8 and 8 is greater than 4. So right here we have some examples. Let me get my marker. So we have 45 and 20. If anyone knows which of those would be the greater number, please raise your hand and tell me. Okay, so we've discussed that 45 is greater than 20. So I put the open side to the 45. I do my alligator teeth in there and the eye right there. That fits. Now if I would have done it this way, the alligator would be eating the 20, and that's not the biggest number, so that wouldn't be right. Now 55 and 66, if anyone knows which one of those is greater, please raise your hand. Okay, so we've discussed that 66 is the greater number, and the way that I check that would be doing the teeth. So the alligator is eating the 66, not the 55, because it's a greater number. So right here, we have 79 and 79. So that is easy, that's equal to. Now, what we're going to do is I've got these markers right here, and we're going to split the class into two groups. I'm going to take a couple handfuls and put it on each side of the class. Now, this side you get this hand, this side you get this hand. And just for an example, I'm going to split the two. So in this hand, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 7 right here. So I'm going to write 7 on the board. Now, the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I have 7 and 10. Now I'm going to solve this for you just so that way you will know. 10 is greater than 7, and we can compare that if we need to, and I'll show you, but the open face faces the 10 to where my teeth could go like this, and then I could put the eyeball up there. So now you're going to do it, and you're going to split into two groups, and I will call and ask what this side has, what their number is, and I will call and ask what this side has. And you will tell me, and we'll write it on the board, and then I'll call a volunteer to do the symbol, so that way someone can determine which side is greater than and which side is less than. So here we go. I'm going to pass out the markers. Here is some for you, Team 1. Here is some for you, Team 2. So I'm going to give you a couple seconds to go ahead and count your markers. Okay, so Team 1, you have 13. And Team 2, you have 22. Okay. So someone raise their hand and come tell me which one is greater than. Okay, will you come up here, please? Okay, good job. Now let's do that again. Here you go, Team 1. Here you go, Team 2. Okay, do we have our numbers? Alright, so Team 1, what is your number? Okay, you have 28. Team 2, what is your number? 23. So someone come up here and tell me which is greater and which is less than. Okay, so we're saying that 28 is greater than 23, or 23 is less than 28. So let's do that one more time and give me all of the markers back, because we're going to reduce our number. Okay, Team 1, here you go. Team 2, here you go. Team 1, what do you have? 1. Team 2, what do you have? 1. Alright, someone come up here and tell me what this symbol needs to be. So it's equal to, so 1 is equal to 1. Now, you all can keep playing the game in 2 groups, and I'm going to take some kids over here, and we're going to work on higher level numbers. And then in a minute, I'm going to take some of you after they're done, and we'll play the game together with review. And then I'm going to send a worksheet home where it'll have one number, a box, and then the other number, and you're going to put either greater than, less than, or equal to, and you're going to turn this into me tomorrow. So I'll let you do that. Okay, so I'm going to give you some more time in your group. And just to review our terms before we're done with this, 15 is greater than 19. Wait, I just messed up. Don't do that. 19 is greater than 15 because the alligator has to eat the bigger number, and that's what I thought about that had me check that. Okay, 31 is greater than 21 because the alligator will eat the greater number, which is 31. 19 is less than 45 because the alligator will eat the greater number. And then 1 is equal to 1, 2 is equal to 2, and so on. So I think we've got it, but I'll see how you all do on your worksheets, and you can get back with me. All right, thank you.